to love them. Chris and I came out of the Protestant church, the Baptist church, went to Fundamental Baptist Church. We tried a lot of different flavors. But we were staunch believers in the 7-year tribulation and the pre-tribulation rapture. We're going to be covering some of that here shortly. But it was when Chris and I walked through those doors of this church one day, and we were met with love. We probably wouldn't be here in this particular church. So no matter what the doctrine is, no matter what you believe of this church or that church, if it doesn't have love, we're not going to be effective for God, and that's what He wants. So what I would like to do is think just a moment about heaven. Has anyone thought about what heaven is like? Does that ever cross your mind? It does me. I don't know. I think of golden streets and big mansions and stuff like that. What about when we meet face to face with Jesus? Does anybody remember what first impressions are about? When we meet face to face with Jesus, what are we going to be impressed with, mainly? He's going to have a nice white robe, bright face, and eyes of what, pick your vernacular there. What are we going to see when we see Jesus face to face in that moment? Anybody? Starts with a no? I heard no. We're going to realize, folks, that is my favorite song, by the way. That's my favorite hymnal. The depth of God's love. I don't know how to put it into words. But we stand there face to face with Jesus. We're going to be astounded, stupefied. We're going to hit the floor with His love. The Creator of the universe is going to stand before us someday. And He's going to pour out His love on us like we have never seen before. I'll stick my flagpole in the ground on that one. That has got to be true. Now, where do we go from there? Well, we have 4 commandments that talk about loving God, right? And we have 6 talking about loving someone else. And that would be our neighbors, right? Folks, today my goal is to impress upon you in a pilot's way of thinking of things. When I see that red firelight come on and I'm flying at 30,000 feet, it's not a good day for Captain Miller. We have a red warning light flashing right now in this church and in the churches around the world. And that is, we have to be ready to love our neighbors. But before we can love our neighbors, don't we have to have love ourselves? That makes sense. I haven't been real loving to some of the members in this church. And I need to fix that. Because I need to be ready. I have to practice these procedures every year in my airplane to know what to do when things happen. God wants us to love, but ladies and gentlemen, the warning light is on. If you're not paying attention to what's going on in our world, it's looking kind of strange. Okay? I don't know when Jesus is coming back exactly, but it's got to be getting close. And ladies and gentlemen, the verse that we read today, 2 Thessalonians 2:3, there is going to be a falling away first. And then something else happens. Isn't that what we just read? Okay. Well, let's take a look at what we see in our life today, in our world today. We have events that happen that are scary. We have Pearl Harbor. I wasn't around, but some of you might have been. Okay? We had 9/11. We had the beginning of World War I. We have Mount St. Helens. We have disasters and catastrophes that do what? Here's what they do. 1 week before 9/11, there was this many people in the churches. 9/11 happened, and then 1 week after 9/11, there's way more people in the church. Am I right? Absolutely. Now, what happened after that's not really what we want to see, but that's what happened on 9/11. Now, let's look at Pearl Harbor. 1 week before Pearl Harbor, there's this many people in churches. Pearl Harbor happens, and 1 week after Pearl Harbor, are there more people in the churches? Absolutely. There is an event that God is telling us about in His Word that is going to happen to cause a great falling away from where? From the church. It's not falling away from politics or falling away from McDonald's hamburgers. It's falling away from the church, is what he's talking about here. And so this is a message for all churches to be ready for that. So, whoops, boy, don't do that. I'm going to be covering and looking at my interpretation of what I see happening in the world and what I see culminating. And folks, again, when the falling away comes, it's going to come from people disenfranchised by the church. They have been told one thing, and that didn't happen. And they have put all their cookies in that basket, or all their hope. And boy, I tell you what, there is a big, fervent argument in the Protestant churches of the world today. When we came here 3.5 years ago, we looked for a church. And I called every church in Montrose, Colorado that I could find. I might have missed some, but I really tried to call every church and talk to every pastor. And one of the main criteria was, do you believe in the secret rapture of the church? And they all did. And I'm not sitting here going to go down a road of pointing out scriptures of why that's wrong or why that's right and why our position's right or why it's wrong. No, that's for somebody else to do some other time. What I want to talk about is what that belief system could do. Okay, this is just my opinion. It could do. Because what I did is I read the Bible and I said, there is no secret rapture. There is no 7-year tribulation. This is not correct. But I'm not going to beat my brothers over the head down the street with their belief. I'm going to love them. I do. I love Catholics. I married a Catholic twice right here. So I win, right? The point is, folks, this is about loving our neighbors. And of course, what we're going to focus on today at the end of this program is loving each other first. Because if we don't have that love, and you can see that in someone. You can see. I was asked by my students one day, what does it mean by you will know them by their fruits? Wonderful question. One of my students texted me and asked me that question. And it's their heart. The fruit comes from your heart. You know what I'm saying? So, this sermon that I want, this message that I want to come across, it might sound harsh in certain areas. But ladies and gentlemen, I am looking at systems. And I'm trying to point out a system that could take place in our world today. We're going to look at some events and some things that are kind of unorthodox in a church setting. I'm not a preacher, I'm not a teacher, and a real wise man in this church told me, just speak from your heart. And my heart tells me I've got to get this message out to you. So blame me if it's wrong. Well, here we go. Got your seatbelts on? Okay. Let me show the first slide. I want to take us back in time to a little history. And we're going to look at some of the founders of the Protestant movement. Now, I didn't really know this stuff until I started studying the Bible. I didn't realize what the history of the church was. The Great Controversy, the book, what a tremendous book. And now that I've become a Seventh-day Adventist, what a tremendous lady, a sister, prophet, whatever you want to call her, Ellen White was. Unbelievable. I just read the other day that she said in 1907 or whatever, get out of the big cities. Well, Chris and I figured that out, right? That's why we're here. But that doesn't mean we stay out of the cities. We don't go to our brothers and sisters and preach the gospel to them. It's the gospel of love. So what I want to point out real quick is a little bit of history of what some of the founding fathers of our churches believed. Thomas Cranmer, and I'm going to read these to you because it's probably not coming out on the video. Thomas Cranmer, 1489 through 1556 is when he lived. He was an Anglican. And he wrote, thereof it follows Rome to be the seat of Antichrist, and the Pope to be the very Antichrist himself. I could prove the same by many scriptures, old writers, and strong reason. And it gives a reference. Then we move to Roger Williams. He lived from 1603 to 1683. And he was the first Baptist pastor in America. I had no clue this is what the Baptist church believed. They don't teach this today. Okay, I'm just pointing out history. He said, He spoke of the Pope as the pretended vicar of Christ on earth, who sits as God over the temple of God, exalting himself not only above all that is called God, but over the souls and the consciousness of all his vassals. Yea, over the Spirit of Christ, over the Holy Spirit, yea, the God and God himself, speaking against God of heaven, thinking to change the times and laws. Who does that sound like? Wow, but he is the son of perdition. Hang that son of perdition on the hook of your mind, because we're going to come back to that. Next slide, please. Baptist confession says that the Pope of Rome is that man of sin and the son of perdition that exalts himself above the church against Christ and all that is called God, whom the Lord shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's some pretty harsh words. I don't see a lot of love right there. Again, we're talking about systems, folks. The next slide, please, is the Westminster Confession of Faith, 1647. We say, well, these are all old things. We don't believe that old, crusty stuff anymore. Excuse me, the Bible's kind of old. Just because it's old doesn't make it right. But this is just to lay a little foundation of where we're going. It says, there is no other head of the church but the Lord Jesus Christ, nor can the Pope of Rome in any sense be head thereof, but is that Antichrist, that man of sin and the what? Son of perdition that exalts himself above the church against Christ and all that is called God. And there's the reference for that. Next slide, please. And this young man is by the name of John Wesley, 1703 to 1791, the Methodist leader. Excuse me. Speaking of the papacy, John Wesley wrote, he is in an emphatical sense the man of sin, as he increases all manner of sin above measure. Question, what does God hate? Sin. Okay. And he is, too, properly styled the son of perdition, as he has caused the death of numberless multitudes, both of his opposers and followers. Folks, I just learned the other day that supposedly, it's in writing and it might be true, that during the Nazi war and Adolf Hitler and his pope that he had on the hook, that they killed somewhere around 2.5 million Catholics, which is also in the decree of the Jesuits. They will do whatever it takes, kill whoever it must, join any church, pretend to be anybody, long as it promotes the papacy. This is just a fact of life. History, just basic history. We'll read on. And it is that exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, claiming the highest power and highest honor, claiming the prerogatives which belong to God alone. Next slide, please. This is Charles Spurgeon. It is the burden duty that every Christian pray against Antichrist, and as to what Antichrist is, no sane man ought to raise a question. If it be not the popery in the Church of Rome, there is nothing in the world that can be called by that name. If there were to be issue a hue and cry for Antichrist, we should certainly take up this church on suspicion. And it would certainly not be let loose again, for it so exactly answers the description. Let loose again. Thank you. Did you know that it was illegal in this country, the United States, when it was founded, that a Catholic could not hold a public office? And I am not against Catholics, right? This is against the system. And we have to face the music here, folks. If there is a system that is anti-Christ out there and we're not going to identify it or deal with it, that's worse than sending your brother off to, hey, go be fed and not giving him any food. It's the same thing. We have to preach and talk about some difficult things sometimes. We should certainly take up this church on suspicion, and it would certainly not be let loose again, for it so exactly answers the description. Next slide, please. Popery. Next slide, please. Next slide, popery. There you go. Popery is contrary to Christ's gospel and is the Antichrist, and we ought to pray against it. It should be the daily prayer of every believer that Antichrist might be hurled like a millstone into the flood, and for Christ, because it wounds Christ, because it robs Christ of his glory, because it puts sacramental emphases in the place of his atonement. It lifts up a piece of bread unto the place of the Savior, and a few drops of water in the place of the Holy Ghost. It puts a mere fallible man like me, like ourselves, up as the vicar of Christ on earth. Next page, please. If we pray against it, because it is against Jesus, we shall love the person, though we hate their errors. We shall love their souls, though we loathe and detest their dogmas. And so the breath of our prayers will be sweetened because we turn our faces towards Christ when we pray. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some very, very sincere people in the Catholic Church. And I apologize right now for the family members that might watch this. I love you greatly. But this is what God's put on my heart, and I believe this is what the Bible is teaching us. And we don't have any more time. The red light is on. The love deficiency, red light is on. Unless we fix our own lives and our own love for one another, we're not going to be able to handle this door when it flies wide open, as I show you how this plays out in just a few seconds. A few minutes. I'd like to read Exodus 20, verse 1 through 4. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Commandment number 1, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Number 2, thou shalt not make any graven image or likeness of anything thereof in heaven or above, or that is in the earth, or that is in the water underneath it. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Folks, I can show you, and you can go look it up yourself. As sad as it is, in most Catholics, their hearts are broken because of what John Paul II has done. In 1990, in 2002, 2006, he has brought the pagans of the world, the snake worshipers, the Shintoists, the Buddhists, to Cisnes, to the Vatican, and have them put their snakes up on the altar while everybody else sits out there and takes their turn, and they worship the snakes. They worship the false pagan gods. I've got pictures of the Pope kissing the Quran, and I'm not against Muslims. But we're going to see that, is this what we're supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be lifting up and partaking in the drinks of these pagan worshipers? No. God says to have no other God besides him, and don't bow down and do exactly what this entity was doing. There's a lot of good things the Catholic Church has done, and I'm not here beating up on the Catholics. I'm trying to make aware of what God has shown me to build a foundation that we're going to next, and that's our brothers down the street in our Protestant churches. And that's why I'm laying this foundation, so just bear with me a little bit. So, we hear the word radical. When were those people radicalized? Ladies and gentlemen, the most radical thing that's happened in the human experience, that I believe, is the United States of America. When we came over and we said, we're sick and tired of you popes telling us what to do, how to pray. We're sick and tired of you kings and tyrants running our lives. We're going to come over here and make a nation under God, where these rights can't be taken away from them because God gives us these rights. That's the most radical thing that's happened in human experience. Well, let's move on to what they call radical nowadays. If you would, Carlton, would you mind playing the little short clip of the movie? Now, this movie that we're going to show was last week in Fort Lauderdale in Orlando.
A little video of the Catholic Church here at the public airport owned by the state of Florida. Maybe we can find us a priest to go confess our sins to here. Let's see what we find. Oh, look! It's a Catholic Mass. Oh, interfaith. Oh, yeah, everyone can come and worship at the Interfaith Chapel. Wow, look at that, the Book of Mormon, the Quran, the Bible. Oh, that looks really wonderful. Oh, sweet.
No, a little sarcasm. Way of doing things, and I apologize for the sarcasm, but the problem is, if that would have been Sunday morning that I was walking through there at 10 o'clock in the morning, guess who would be standing out there capturing the people as they get on the tram? I mean, you can't miss this. It's right there in front of the people going to the trams, going to their, Walt Disneyland or whatever they're going to do, right? And there's a Catholic priest there wanting to bring me in to do the Catholic Mass. But maybe I'm insensitive here, but I thought there was a separation of church and state in this country, and this is a state-owned and sponsored facility, and it looks like that they're promoting a Catholic Mass. Now, all over the country, I could show you lots of these types of things. You could walk through the Houston airport and you'll hear an announcement. There's a Catholic Mass starting at 10 o'clock. Everyone's invited. Well, I didn't hear. Where's the Seventh-day Adventist on Saturday? Well, if they get theirs, why can't we have ours? Well, there's probably a reason for that. And I'm just speculating. Okay, so we see little signs of these things happening. Now let me move from that idea to the pre-tribulation, mid-tribulation, and post-tribulation rapture. Well, that's what your humble, totally unbiased speaker today is involved in. We used to have Bible studies at our house where we promoted this idea until someone said, well, where's that? And I said, where is this 7-year tribulation at? Well, that was like more people were doing tap dancing. Well, it's over here. Kind of twist this over there. Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. And so I started reading my Bible and studying it, and I see that there's something wrong here. And by the way, why are we going to church on Sunday when all the disciples and Jesus and everybody's going on Saturday? And why does this fourth commandment say remember the Sabbath? Is this not important? Oh, you wouldn't believe the answers that I got from the church. It was like, whoa, we're tap dancing, we're going to, kind of twist this over here. And so I started researching this, and it brought me to this. And of course, I'm an airline pilot for a certain airline. I'm not going to mention the name. But 9/11 is very sensitive to me, okay? Because they used my profession, let's just say, to do something very dastardly to our country. So I'm very sensitive about that subject. And it got my antennas up. Look at this stuff. So I came up with these 3 circles, and this is where you're going to have to blame me if it's wrong, okay? And again, this is a very generalization to make a point of a bigger course that we're on. Did you hear that? It's a generalization. Not everybody fits into one of these 2 camps, but it's a good generalization of where we're going and how they're accomplishing it. I like to build things, and if it doesn't fit together like this, I have question about it. I'm an analytical kind of guy, and it's just me. And here's the nuts and bolts as I see things, of how this is coming about. And so about 12 years, I came up with these 3 circles. And I said, well, I used to teach Iranians how to fly for the Air Force back when I was a very young man, back in the Shah's command, if you guys were old enough to remember that. And I kind of got a little bit of information about the Muslim religion. I started reading the Quran, and I said, boy, I'm seeing something that really doesn't look right here. I don't know, I'm just reading it. And I don't know. I'm not downplaying Muhammad or any of that stuff. What I'm trying to talk about is somebody's using the Muslims, somebody's using the Christians, somebody's using the Jews, regardless of what they believe, for an agenda. And that's what this is about. So try to move away from the individuals or even the religion itself and watch what happens here. We have 3 monotheistic religions of the world today. That's them right there. One God religions of the world today. And I saw a dichotomy being formed of the Islamic religion. I saw where they started saying, well, they got these people that are kind of weird over here, and then you got your peaceful people over here, and that's what the line in the center goes. Carlton, the next slide, please. And I said, you know what? When 9/11 happened, this idea of splitting this religion of Islam got pushed way down the road. Boy, they made some money on 9/11. Oh, I mean, the sun wasn't even down on that day. And they knew who did it and why they did it. Radicalized Islam. It's a war on terror. If you're not with us, you're with the terrorists. Blah, 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 blah. We worship the same God. We heard the same thing over and over and over on that very day. It's amazing how fast they were able to figure that out, right? But that's not the point. The point is they were able to create a dichotomy of that religion. Well, on the right side of the house, next slide please. On the right side, they said, these are the bad guys. They're flying airplanes into buildings. They're blowing themselves up. We're going to give them some names. They're radical. And they're fundamentalists. And they're extremists. But on the other side, we have PB, peaceful believers. I'd like to tell you that's what it meant, but back in my heathen days, it means phony baloney. I'm sorry. That's my PB, okay? But the government tells us, and we're told over and over again, that this is a peaceful religion, and these are nice. I've got lots of Muslim friends that are nice, peaceful people. It's not about that. It's about what we're being told is the trick. If you can wrap your mind around this, they want you to believe that the guys on the right side of the circle are the radicalized blah, 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 but in actuality, if you just pick up their book and read it, it really looks like they're doing what their book says. That's what I'm seeing. I could be wrong, folks. Again, it's not totally about that. But they want you to believe, oh, no. These people on the left side are the real Muslims, okay? And this might be true. But here's the deal. If you walk up to someone on the street today in New York City, anywhere, you stick a microphone in their face and say, are you a Christian? And you know about 85% of the people will say, yeah, I'm a Christian. Do you believe in Jesus was the Son of God? Well, I'm not going to go that far. Come on. You believe in the virgin birth? Oh, come on. Now, that's kind of stretching a little bit. How about did he die for your sins? Oh, well, I know a lot of people. Well, why do you call yourself a Christian? Well, I went to Easter back when I was a kid. On Easter Sunday, I went to church once. Or my family was a Christian. I was raised Christian. Does God have grandchildren? No. And I'm not trying to judge somebody. I'm making a point here that a lot of people will put themselves in a group, but they really don't know what the group is about. Are you a Muslim? Oh, yeah, I saw a Quran at my grandmother's house one time. Well, I'm not judging you, but that probably is not a qualification of being a Muslim. I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is these powers that be or whoever's behind this, and we're going to identify that they up there in just a minute, want you to believe that the people on the right are the phony ones and the people on the left are the true ones, when just the opposite is true. They will call evil good and good evil in the last days, and that's exactly what's happening. Next slide, please. Wow, is that one slide or two slides? Okay, we'll just go over that. There you go, thanks. When I saw this happening back 12 years ago, I said, watch out. You better watch out. If you go down this road with these people, we're next. Oh, you're nuts, Captain Miller, or Mr. Miller, you're crazy. We're a Christian nation. What are you talking about? They'd never do that to us. It's exactly what they've said to me on this idea. Now, do you see this? Oh, you're one of those people that believe that a woman shouldn't have a choice. Oh, okay. Oh, and homosexuality. You're one of those people against homosexuality. You're one of those radical, fundamental. Oh, you believe Jesus died on the cross for you. What are you, some kind of a extremist? Can't we just all get along here? Don't you know that all wars are from religion? I've heard it all. Left side, hey, are you a Christian? Yeah, I went to, Sunday school once, way back when I was a kid, right? But again, not judging, but this is the flip that's being portrayed by somebody called they that we're going to identify. Whether or not I'm right or wrong about the left and right, the point is, who is the they that we're going to identify? Next slide, please. Oh, we'll never throw the Jews under the bus. Don't you know they are staunch as Adonai? Well, with the administration that we had in the past. Okay, we can't talk politics, right? They threw them under the bus, didn't they? Netanyahu came to this country, didn't even go to see him. Oh, just disk him. Oh, we'd never throw Israel under the bus. Hey, you bad guys, don't you know if you just give up some land, we have peace over there? What's wrong with you? Oh, you're one of those radical, sitting there at the Wailing Wall and doing all that, huh? Are you a Jew? Oh, yeah, I saw a menorah down at my mom's house one day. No, that's probably not a qualification to be a Jew. I'm just saying. But they want you to believe that the PB is the real Jew and these other people are radical, extremists, and fundamentalists. Why? Why? Aren't we supposed to be talking about a one-world religion? Next slide, please. This next slide talks about something that I believe is true. If you want to call me sometime and we'll talk about this, I'd be more than willing to talk. And if I'm wrong, I'll change my position. But from what I can read, knowing that what I know, that the religion on the left there says that you send your son to die for God, and the religion in the middle says you have a God that sent his son to die for you. They're polar opposites, folks. Are we ever going to be able to hold hands with a religion in a spiritual sense, and we believe in the same God with those two? No, of course not. Are the Jews going to hold hands with the Muslims? No, of course not. Each one of these religions is exclusive. They believe they have the right answer. But that's a problem because we need a one-world religion, right? But how are we going to get there? Next slide, please. I'll tell you how we get there. We get rid of the true Muslims, we get rid of the true Christians, and we get rid of the true Jews, and guess who's going to hold hands together? The phony balonies of each one of these. Oh, now that makes a little sense, doesn't it? It's called the interfaith movement. I told the first officer this one day, and he's like, that's nuts. And then 3 days later, on our trip, he pulls out a newspaper from the Washington Times or whatever, New York Times, whatever. And it was a complete full-page article, and this was 5 years ago. Full-page article in this big newspaper, Interfaith Movement. All religions are coming together for this big picnic and stuff. Is it bad that we all get along? Of course not. Of course not. We should all get along, and that's what this is about. We not only hold hands and be ready for that door to open to our Protestant brothers and sisters down the street, but also the Muslims and everyone. Because there's going to be a time that they're going to be so disenfranchised from what they have been told, they're going to want the truth. But without love, it doesn't matter, right? I knew that there was truth in this church, but I needed to see some love. And I was shown love. My wife was shown love. And that's why we're here, folks. None of this stuff matters without love. But we cannot have love for our brothers down the street if we can't even love ourselves. I'm sorry. But there is bickering and fighting and stuff that goes on within our church, and we need to work on it. We're always going to have that in any organization, but we really need to work on that. Because those doors are flying open real soon. And I'll show you how that works right now. Okay, so let me check my notes. How am I doing on time? Whoa, I'm almost out of time. Let's show the next slide. Okay, the next slide. Well, this is the Roman church state is the they at the top. And what I'm going to show you here is proof for that. Next slide. That's out of slides. What about the one of Albert Pike? Is that in the middle? Did we miss that one? There you go. Albert Pike. Now, there are secret organizations out in our world today. There is a forefront of the Catholic Church that you see, and there is a back that you do not see. There is a pope that wears a white robe, and there's a pope that wears a black robe. Has anybody ever heard of this before? No? Well, that's called the Jesuits. The Jesuit order was formed back in the 1535s to go specifically as an army of the papacy. Their job is to stamp out Protestantism wherever it is and by whatever means it is. And I could read you lots of their own articles. The wonder of information nowadays. You know, information's pretty prevalent. Okay, so you can read their own writings. This was in the London Library on display at a museum. And a good Seventh-day Adventist was able to snatch this book. It comes from the book called Morals and Dogma. Albert Pike in the 1800s was like a Moses to the Christian church, was like an Abraham to the Christian church. That's who Albert Pike is to the Freemasons. Ran into a Freemason, can't name the names because the pastor said don't use names. Getting a haircut down here in Montrose, a top leader of the Montrose government. And he was so proud. I asked him, because I can tell Freemasons now. I've got to know them pretty well. I said, are you a Freemason? He's getting his haircut. That's right, son, sure am. Here's my ring. I said, do you know about Albert Pike? I started telling him this right here. Well, he had something. Wow, he was really anxious to tell me about all of his Freemason stuff and how he's a top reverend and all this kind of stuff. But when I brought this up, he hit the door like you wouldn't believe. This is what Albert Pike wrote in his book in 1871. I know you can read it, but let me read it for the folks on the camera. It says, Albert Pike letter that he wrote to Mazzini dated August 15th, 1871, which he outlined the plans for 3 world wars that were seen as necessary to bring about a one world order. For a short time, the letter was on display at the British Museum Library in London, and it was copied by William Guy Carr, former intelligence officer of the Royal Canadian Navy. The First World War they wanted to bring in was a world war to overthrow the powers of the czars in Russia and protector of orthodoxy and bring about an atheistic communistic state. That happened. The Second World War was to originate between the Great Britain and Germany to strengthen the communism as atheist to Judeo-Christian culture and bring about a Zionist state in Israel. When was Israel? Come into play. Okay, so that's kind of fitting. Okay, I want to make sure. Third World War, where's that going to be? The Middle East. War involving Judaism, Islam, and spreading internationally. Maybe that internationally would be to the Christian church. Do we see a similarity possibly? And we could, there's thousands of stuff like this that point to this culmination coming together. So do we see that? We see exactly that today. I don't know what to do with information like this. This is basic history. And if we can't look at basic history and then look at the scriptures and shows us what we're going to see in the last days, Jesus tells us, the scriptures tell us, that there's going to be a falling away first. But in Matthew, Jesus